All right, so we got a Whirlpool dryer, and I want you to see what it's doing and hear what it's doing. We're gonna press start. I think it just turned off. Not supposed to be doing that. See that? Let's take a look back there. We're gonna press the door switch, take a look, and press start. Now let's give you some light so you can see. All right, I'm gonna press start again and pay attention to the drum. All right, so we could be missing a belt. You can also turn, and if it's easily moved, it could be a belt. All right, that's what I think it is. I have not opened it up. And on Whirlpool models, GE, that would not happen. It would only turn on for a brief moment. So Whirlpool does not have a belt switch, so the dryer will still run, and it's more dangerous because you could trip your thermal cutoff and your thermal fuse. So because the dryer's getting too hot and there's no place for the heat to go, so you can actually damage the dryer. So if you do notice that your drum is not rotating, then open her up and let's take a look. So the first thing to do before you open this thing, you're gonna remove this, and always make sure you keep this clean. Now, 2 Phillips screws, and after those are removed, you can use a putty knife, get under here, or you could pretty much just grab the back of the machine and pull, and it will release, and you're able to raise the front. Once the front is raised, you're going to have 2 5/16 screws right along here. Before you do that, you got to remove your door switch wire, which is over here. Just got to unplug it, and then we're going to lift the front off, and then you'll gain access to the belt, and I'll show you. All right, screws are out. So now we are going to grab, that's it. All right, let's do the other side. Do it the same way. All right, top is up. All right, so you can see we're missing our belt. The belt sits right there, and it's gonna be on the floor. So before you can take the front off, you do have 2 5/16 screws, one there and one right there. And of course, you gotta unplug this. Pretty straightforward. The older ones, you might need a putty knife or something to remove it. The newer ones, they have this tab, and all you do is lift and you just pull. And that's it. All right, so let's take the front off. Now I'm going to show you a method. You're going to put a screw, you're going to get a strap, I'm going to wrap it over here, and you attach it here. And what this is going to do, it allows you to remove the front nicely without the drum falling down. So it makes it a lot easier. I can do it either way, but for the sake of the video, it's going to show you, and it's going to give you a little bit better idea. And if you're a homeowner, if you're a tech, this is easy, but for somebody just doing this for the first time, this will be very, very helpful. And So much easier. All right, let's get this done. All right, so we got our 2 screws out, both sides. Now here's the setup. 1/4-inch screw. All you need is a piece of nice string, and you bring it back here. Now if you want to do a hook, you can do a hook. You hook it in here, and you can either tie it off in here, or you can just remove that screw, and you just put the cord under it, and that's all you need to do. Now you have something that's going to hold the drum in place, and all you have to do, you're going to lift. You're going to lift this front, you're going to grab it, and you're going to pull up. Now, when we get down here, you're going to have 2 tabs, and this front piece literally lifts off of these tabs, which are down here. In fact, I'm going to lift. You can see it, but let's get it off first. So you want to do is you want to pull forward first, and then you want to lift up. Okay, so we're free. And you can see the drum is still in place. Look, we got some money. See those tabs, the holes? They slide right onto that tab, so that gives you an idea, so you know what to do in case. All right, so we'll make sure we take all those out, and you always want to check the top here. Make sure there's no metal or anything that gets up here, because that will damage your drum and also your clothing. So, and do your little cleaning, vacuum, get all that cleaned out. All right, so let's get a belt on this thing. All right, where's the belt? Yep, there it is. All right, so the belt is always broken. If it's down there, it's broken. All right, so I'm gonna find a belt for this, and with this, we can actually just put the belt back on, just like that. And I'll show you how to put the pulley back. Dryer's not dirty, doesn't look bad at all. So, all right, let's get a belt. All right, so we're gonna be putting on the belt now. The only thing you'll have to do, you'll have to loosen, or if you have a hook, release the hook, put your belt under, and then secure this back so that you still have that support. Makes it a lot easier. All right, so it's time to put the belt on. And now that you have the drum fully supported, it makes installing the drum, the belt, so much better, so much easier. You don't have to fight with the drum. All right, so now I'm using one hand here, just to give you an idea. That's it. That's how much easier it is when you can support the drum. All right, so we're gonna put the front back on. And before you do that, always check, make sure that you don't have any coins or anything hanging out in your dryer that doesn't belong there. And if you want, you can go ahead and do a quick vacuum. This is not bad, so not really worried about it. And not too bad. Another thing to note, I'll show to you. When you are servicing your dryer, you always want to check up here, and if this is shiny, see that? That means your drum is now rubbing on the bulkhead, which is this piece, and your rollers are wearing down. Or you're doing extra weight. So easy on the loads, so you don't kill your rollers and also damage your felt and your drum. All right, a couple of things to note pay attention to. These, they easily fall off, so always check those. And sometimes you can take them off, squeeze them with a channel lock or something so they grab better. And just so you know, the larger opening faces like that. We're going to snug these up, we're going to tighten those. Those are pretty loose, and you do the same on both sides. Yeah, pretty much all you do, get your channel lock and you just squeeze. You don't go too crazy, just a little bit. And that gives it a better holding ability. All right, let's get it on. All right, that's good. All right, so it's time to put the front on, and this gets a little tricky. Now, the best way I'd like to do it is you lift everybody together and you just set it on. That's ideal, but sometimes you can actually just go down here because it's not as easy. And what you can do, you're gonna lift and you're gonna set it right on that little lip. That's all you're doing. So lift. All right, one side is on. Now, sometimes it gets a little bit tricky because it's not perfect, but with the drum supported, it makes it a lot easier. All right, so we're on. And when these are nice and tight, they don't fall off and fall down. So now, all you have to do, you can pretty much grab this and everything's seated. All you have to do now, put your screws in, 5/16. Don't forget to plug this in. Then, 1/4" screw, remove to the back, and you're done. And then you want to make sure your belt is not twisted. Just go around, make sure it's not twisted, and that's it. Top is still up. I want to show you that the drum is turning. So we're going to press start.